So welcome back to the channel, guys. Here is my display cabinet as promised. It's still not put together yet. I've been wanting to do this for some time now, so I got this off Amazon and I will show you some of the progression of me putting this thing together and loading this cabinet full of action figures. So here is all my loose classified figures are all in these plastic bins. Alright guys, so let's get this started. So I got the cardboard off and here are the instructions. There are 32 steps and it's going to take me some time now to put this together. It's glass, got some panels. Hopefully the glass isn't broken during transport. And yeah, let's do it. Alright, so we got all the hardware here. We got the dowels, we got the screwdriver, got some hinges, and we got the power adapter for the lights. Yes, this thing has lights, and there's one thing to note here. I have to use a duster. There is some Chinese dirt dust that's on this, and I removed the film that was on the this is plastic, but mainly down here it is glass. And here's all the panels I took off, and there's still some here, but right now I'm working on A1 and following these instructions, and I gotta sit here and study a little bit. Alright guys, coming along here, got some panels on and putting in the backboard. So I've encountered a bit of a hiccup here. I put the bottom shelf on backwards, so I'm gonna have to take this apart, start all over again. Fun times. Alright guys, so it's coming along. I know that panel right at the bottom there is backwards, but it's better than it was before. I can put the backboards on, and yeah, I got all the levels on except the top level. Looking pretty good. Finally, I am finished putting this thing together. Check it out, nice glass doors, got magnets there. So now, let's fill it up with action figures. So here's the display cabinet with the lights on, and I got the stands, tiered stands there. Got my 3D printed signs, they look freaking rad. Can't wait to load this up with awesome figures. Alright guys, coming along here. Kind of picked some random bin, so I'm gonna put all my Cobras at top here. It's gonna be freaking awesome. He's just here temporarily, trying to figure out where to put him. The Valorverse soldiers here, probably gonna keep them there temporarily. I'm gonna put mostly Joes here anyways. These guys are gonna be permanent, so I got all the females, some Valorverse sprinkled in. I'm gonna put all my Steel Brigades right here, and there's all my Desert Troopers. They're all gonna be right there, of course. They look pretty awesome, nice lit up, and I've been dusting as I go along. I got myself one of these dusters. I used up a whole can, getting kind of dizzy. Probably shouldn't do it too much, I'm getting a little dizzy, so I'm going to take a break from putting out figures. I just want to show you the big mess of other figures I have here. There's mostly Marvel Legends mixed in. There's all the mostly Valorverse stuff. There's a couple of layers. There's some, yeah, all these are Valorverse. The other bin probably full all my Joes. So I'll keep you updated in a second. Check it out guys, I just put a whole bunch of freaking action figures here. Absolutely gnarly, like I'm running out of space. It's a little crowded, but I think it works with the stands. I'm trying to pick and choose of what characters should I put on this shelf. The bottom here is going to be the Joe shelf. I'm slowly adding some there too. So here's the bottom shelf. Worked pretty much a couple of hours yesterday and throughout the week. I filled all my Valorverse Action Force figures here, and at the bottom shelf also loaded it all up. These are all my loose Action Force figures. I know I have a lot more to unbox. Hopefully I can get those videos out as soon as possible. Yeah, so this is starting to look really good. Moving up at the top here, I kind of makeshift this little part here so I can have more action figures and vehicles. These are kind of willy-nilly so far. And at the top here, I put the big wing guys up here, Nemesis Enforcer, Raptor, and this is going to be my Dreadnought shelf. I'm going to put them all here. I know I have a couple of them still to unbox. That will be my next video. I got a couple of Dreadnoughts to unbox, so I can add to the shelf right here. So let me back up so you can take a better look at what I've done so far. So good. Eventually, during the weekend, I will fill up that Joe shelf. Pick and choose. I definitely could use another display cabinet. Over here on my dresser, I'm putting the bigger vehicles here, like the Vamp, Vanguard, Stinger, and at the top here, some of my vintage stuff. Giant vehicles. I just have nowhere to put them but up here. So there'll be a next part later on this weekend. Yo Joe. Well, there you have it, guys. I put enough figures to fill this whole shelf, all Joes. I have plenty more to put on a shelf. Like I was saying before, I wish I had another one of these display cabinets. Definitely going to be looking into that in the future, 100%. So here is all my Night Force stuff that's loose, and you know, put the essential Joes all here. And I'm very pleased with my little display. And of course, like the last video or the previous insert clip, there is a little bit of a close-up of all my Crimson Guards, Crimson Guard Commander, Crimson Viper. I only have one, unfortunately, and you know, the Crimson Bats. I thought they would look awesome together. His mask falls off, but whatever. Storm Shadow. I was able to put the Trouble Bubble flight pod right there. I think that looks pretty cool. And of course, you know, the essential bad guys here. And on top here, on top side, I got the Cobra ATV thing and the Valkyries. There is Serpentor with the Once a Man Cobra Commander. I got one bat. I have plenty of bats. Trying to figure out where to put the whole army of bats that I got. Snake Eyes Polar Bear, that was my newest video, so check that out. The previous one that I posted here, and of course my very first toy review video, Crocmaster with Fiona. So far so good, looks good. I think this looks awesome. I kind of wish I had another display cabinet. Like I said, a little dirty here, but I need to clean that up. And on my dresser here, I kind of just willy-nilly put some figures here, but I got the Stinger, I got the Vamp like I was showing before. I got Frank Castle here, just for fun. There is Breaker, the old Breaker, and the Vamp. And over here, I am going to probably move these giant vehicles and try to figure out where I can put them so I can put more classified and Valaverse figures, because you know, I got a whole bunch of waves I haven't even opened, so this is a potential area where I could put some more figures and figure out where I'm going to put these giant vintage figures, giant vintage vehicles here. So up top side here, there is my, this is really far up, so it was really hard to get. I need a stepping stool to get up this high. But here is all my Dreadnoks so far, and some weirdos. And there is Nemesis Enforcer, you know, and the weirdos. So let's back her up, and you can take a look at the whole display. Behind me there are, you know, 3 levels of boxes, so I can't really back up too much. There's all my Valaverse stuff. I was able to put all my loose Valaverse stuff here, all in 2 shelves, which is pretty amazing considering the, you know, the figure stands are pretty wide. They take up a lot of space. And yeah, so here it is. Here's a little bit of a pan through all the figures I have so far on display. Always a work in progress for sure. And you know, I got a whole bunch of stuff here that I haven't even put out. I'm trying to figure it out. Plus I have these giant pile here. And yeah, so there you have it, guys. This will be done. This will be my last clip for this video. I hope you enjoyed my videos, and stay tuned. I'll have some more figure reviews in the future. So like, comment, and subscribe if you like these videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all my subscribers and my new subscribers. So Yojo and Cobra.